If you haven't heard about Anchor by Spotify, it's the easiest way to make a podcast, with everything you need all in one place. Let me explain. Anchor has tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. When hosting on Anchor, you can distribute your podcast on listening platforms like Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and more. It's everything you need to make a podcast in one place. And best of all, Anchor is totally free. Download the Anchor app or go to Anchor FM to get started.
Last time on Lawful Stupid. Alright, so the four of you are gearing up to head to the mines. You descend into the 8th level. Darling and Gus, as you kind of look around the corners of the ceilings and the where the floor meets the wall, there's these webbing of some kind that is sprawled all over this cavern. Cassiel, once you guys hit this floor, you hear the echoes of a metronome. And May, your breathing becomes labored, and you're trying to keep it steady.
Whoa, what's going on, May?
I'm so dizzy. I don't know. I can't.
Here, take the air from my lungs, and I'll give you some mouth to mouth real quick.
And as he goes to do this, before he reaches you, you hear almost in the back corners of your consciousness, you hear, "Welcome home." We are greeted by the sound of the soft thumbing against the leather binding of a book. A metronome of sorts. Thud, thud, thud. The bookshelves in this large study line the walls, almost 3 stories tall, filled with books in varying conditions, a collection of pages from the ages long past. A young elven woman reclines haphazardly in a reading chair, her pink braids laying over the back of the chair. "This is boring," Ilaria calls out to the figure sitting at the table. A middle-aged man flips a page of the book he has laid out before him on the table. "But necessary work for what we do," the man responded in kind. His clothes were colored in a mix of blacks, blues, and silvers. Next to him, a medium-sized staff with a blue gem at the top lay resting on the table. The staff pulsed blue light in time with seemingly someone's heartbeat. The wall opposite of the bookshelves consists of floor-to-ceiling windows. Your view is filled with a mountain range in the distance, creating a sense of tranquility. I'm gonna get another book while you look for the next clue. Our view fades back to our heroes in their dark cavern well below the surface of Goron. And you guys are back. You guys are back in this cavern, and if you recall, I'm sure our wonderful highlight has brought us back, but let's, for the sake of remembering, you guys all just made it to the 8th level of this mine, and it was in disarray at best, and you guys had just Gustum, you had just seen May almost like breathing in this thick discolored air, and then Cassiel, you heard a voice in your head that said, "Welcome home," or "Welcome back," either one of the two, that vibe.
I did not know that was in my head.
Now you do.
That is something you heard at the very end. Now you do. And only you heard it.
Well, you don't have ears, so...
in my
You felt it.
wristband holes. There you go. I guess I'd go.
Vibration.
That was weird. Darling, did you hear that?
No.
Have I covered my wife's face with a cheesecloth yet?
No, you haven't responded to it.
I'll be covering my wife's face with a cheesecloth. Thank you very much.
I just heard a voice say, "Welcome home."
Well, this is a lovely place you've got here.
We should be careful about breathing.
Yeah. I'm just gonna like tighten up jackets around my face just in case, especially all
I
that
have extra
gross stuff.
cheesecloth.
Do I actually recognize the area that we're in?
Nope.
Nope. Okay, well, I mean, I might as well retort that as well. And just, this doesn't look like any place I recall.
Well, you're not very useful in this moment.
Well, you're doing great yourself, too.
I don't want to feel like we're having two different conversations here, but what's it smell like, this gas?
You don't smell it.
Oh, fuck.
You only see that you're breathing it in, whatever it is.
Yucky.
It doesn't feel different. The air feels stale that you're breathing in, but it doesn't smell. You can't taste it. You can just see it. And it's only you, Gustum, who has seen it so far.
Nobody else sees. Hey, by the way, there's like gas. gas. It's not good. You should put cheesecloth on your face.
Okay.
I don't know.
And the last thing that you guys saw...
You guys see this, right?
No, I'm so confused.
Now that he's pointed out, can we see it, Dwayne?
Yeah, now that he's pointed it out, you're able to, like... It's kind of like the peripheral vision. Like, it was there, you didn't really see it, but as soon as somebody points it out, you're like, oh, shit.
Or like dirt on the
glass is
windshield.
Broken.
If we turn on fire, will it make it go away or explode?
Eh? I don't know. There's only one way to find out.
Are you asking me that?
Yes,
I'm not a
asking
chemist.
Gus.
I am not a chemist.
Do you think it's a sentient vapor fog?
I hope not. That's pretty much my worst nightmare now, May. Thank you.
Gus, you're here. Why not? Is that a problem? Like, what?
Great. It's inside of me. It's in my lungs. Hooray.
Oh, yeah. I guess it's inside me now. Great.
It's like
voice in my
microplastics.
head. What do you taste like?
Oh, man.
Nom.
Okay, well, we can
That's
either...
Gus's worst nightmare,
May's
to
face
consume
just
something
goes
with
like-
no taste.
May's face just goes like completely slack, like, hello, I am the vapor here to communicate.
Stop it, man!
Okay, laughing is making us breathe it in more. Should we go forward or go back up?
So the last thing you guys remember, I'm going to give it to you just because it's been so long since we recorded. The entrance to the mining operation actually had like a crushed pillar. Like nothing caved in, but you could see that pillar was busted, and then there was webbing along the walls.
Spiders. My keen animal instinct tells me spiders.
Ugh.
Now, May, you may look at a spider and think, that's not delicious. That's a gross creepy crawly. I would like you to consider for a moment that they have 8 legs, and legs, typically, delicious.
Oh, like frogs.
You could make their chitin into like jerky.
Chitin jerky.
No chit.
Yeah. Think of it like a really big lobster of the land.
You could make that chitin. You could compress it, make it real thin, and make it in like an arced shape that fits in a cool cylinder can, and then you could call them chits. instead of
These
crisps.
You gotta be
spiders
shitting me. That's the slogan.
are
You gotta be
small.
shitting me.
They could potentially be crunchy and delicious, but if they are large and animal sized, they are either terrifying or like a pet. Like a pet
Oh,
spider
that's true.
puppy.
You could get a spider pet.
You
Yeah.
have a spider puppy. Okay.
Familiar.
That's usually what happens in D&D.
Probably gonna eat it. Probably gonna eat it. To be honest with everybody, if I see a spider, I'm gonna eat it.
If it acts like a
What
puppy, I
Gustum
want a
says.
spider puppy.
Unless if it wags its little thorax at me, and it's furry, we'll talk.
It twerks its thorax at you.
Like a tail, like an adorable puppy wagging its tail. Dwayne, get your head out
I
of the
think it
gutter.
gets both. If it can
Your
wag
head's in
its
the
tail, it can
dungeon,
twerk.
sir.
Okay, well, twerking doesn't have to be like crazy sexual. If it does, then TikTok has got a lot of children who are in trouble.
What
I
side of
agree,
TikTok
but-
are you on?
Yeah, I agree. Anyway,
You guys don't fucking think 13-year-olds are out there twerking and not turning it into like don't even. All right,
What up?
you guys need to be parents quick.
I think there's a
never.
number of
Anyways.
feature, isn't there? Like you can.
There is actually, and it's great. I used it for London. It's actually wonderful.
Eat your kids' phones. That's what Gus says.
That's true. Live by the nom, die by the nom. All right, so you guys are sitting here and taking this. What do you want to do? Do you want to proceed into the cavern? Do you want to proceed further down the mine? Do you
Yeah,
have a
look.
choice?
We can keep going because the canaries are fine. So as long as they're fine, we'll be fine.
Do you have any canaries left? I forget if any of them
Yeah,
are
they're
left.
all. Yeah, there's like 3 or 4 of them left.
Yeah, but
Probably.
they have to come back and you eat them to get their memories. That was the
Well,
trick.
that's if I want to get there. But if I just want to see if they die from poisoning,
That's true. Yeah, you can determine if they're alive or dead.
so I'm just having them fly around. And if they drop dead, then the
I-
gas is too strong and we should leave.
I also, I'd be interested in seeing what happens if one of those canaries were to get tangled in the web there.
Why would you want that?
So I know whether walking deeper into this tunnel is a good or a bad idea.
Why is that? Why is the canary got to go down for that? I'll throw a rock in there. I'll hop in that
I
web.
guess you
don't
could
give a
throw the
fuck.
bracelet.
I'll throw you. I was saying, why is poor,
bracelet.
poor little canary gotta get got so you can satisfy your sick curiosity
We got
bracelet?
Big Panda Man, Little Fox Girl, the Panda Man's wife, and the bracelet.
She's got a huge gun.
Who
Don't
has a huge
dismiss
gun?
her as a
I
panda
throw a
man's
rock in the
wife.
web.
May's packing heat.
Yeah. You throw a rock into the webbing.
May's got a blunderbuss strapped to her back as big as May is.
That's pretty intense.
Is it? It's another sauce cannon, isn't it?
I
Who knows
Do
what
not
Trifle packed?
have
Honestly,
comments.
I'm beginning to think she planned this trip. I initially thought that this was an accident, but why? How else would I have all of this stuff that I need with me? Like, I think she sent me up.
Could be.
She sent me away.
That's what it seems like. Yep.
Maybe she's
are you
trying
gonna
to
come
take
back
over your
to your
business.
restaurant just pimped out? Like that's why she sent you away is to like
To trick our
do
ride.
the whole thing.
I'm sure it was out of a place of love. I'm sure she just saw how much I miss Gus and was helping me get back.
Yeah.
I
I know you miss your
don't think
husband.
Trifle's
Go
like,
fight spiders.
Did anything happen with the rock?
Not that you could see.
Sick.
Nothing happened. It is dead.
No spiders. Moving on.
Moving forward.
Should we just
Yeah.
walk further into the cavern?
Yeah.
Cool.
We should all
So,
talk
one
about it. We should
clarification.
all in turn say we're gonna walk forward into the cabin.
Do you want to go through the cavern to the mining area, or do you want to go down the levels? Because you remember, there's levels. You're on the 8th level going down. So do you want to go further down, or go into that webbing cavern?
No, we're not here for spiders, right?
You don't
No.
know. You're here to find the source of disturbance in the
Oh.
mine.
So we might be here for spiders.
Could be. And this level's the one in disarray, so it seems like the area we need to
help me out because I forgot how we got here. Did we accept a quest?
Oh,
Dad
we have
gave
a
us
letter.
a letter.
We have a
No,
letter.
everybody at once, please. We have a
Dad
letter.
gave us a letter.
Okay. And he said, hey, check out the disturbance.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably the spiders, huh?
Could be.
I'm going to infer that.
Maybe the mine workers are just on strike. We don't know. We'll find out.
Let's leave. I don't want to be here anymore.
Listen, I'll fight fucking spiders, but I will not go against a union. Have you ever heard of unions?
I'm not going to argue with my wife and my sister about which direction to go. You let me know when we get there.
Darlie will look at me. Should we send down the little elevator to the bottom floor, and we just walk the rest of the way? And then if we need to make a speedy escape, we can just ride it up, hopefully?
Oh, wow, that was smart.
It could be smart. Unless we get like a quarter of the way in, and the really, really scary spiders, we have to like sprint back a quarter of the way. But instead, we have to like sprint forward 3/4 of the way through the spooky spiders. Like, I'm just saying it could go either way.
She makes a good point, too. Gosh, what are you guys going to do?
But I don't know. I haven't been here long. I'm really on the edge of my seat here, guys.
Oh, okay. I'm just gonna drop it. You just push the lever so it goes down, and we're gonna walk our happy little butts down that way.
Yeah, so you press the lever and kind of step out so you don't get caught in it descending. You hear it creak and rattle, and it slowly moves down on its own to the 10th floor.
Bye, elevator. I'll miss you.
Miss you too. Fuck, the elevator's haunted. All right, so you guys walk into the cavern.
I knew I could talk to elevators.
Yeah, so you guys proceed through this cavern, and the webbing is around the edges of the walls, so it's not like you have to duck. As long as you don't get too close to the walls, you're not gonna like interact with that webbing at all. So you guys head through this cavern, and it's not long before you hit like a split in the cavern where there's 3 or 4 different pathways, and you can see this whole time that there's like this track, right, that we talked about. That kind of goes down through here, and the track actually splits as well, and there's a lever to control which direction it's going. And you can see that the track's last lever, there's 4 pathways. It's put to the far left.
Left.
What if I start baking some really tasty spider food? Some spider lure bait, and they can just come to us. So they go in which direction, we just waft the delicious scent down all the tunnels. Spiders come to us.
What would be a spider scent? As far as I'm aware, you put a bug in a web and it just wiggles around until it's ready to go.
Yeah, because you're not a classically trained chef. If you were, you would know that spiders love one thing above all else. And that is...
Go on. I'm ready to hear you.
Potato chip flies.
I was going to say French fries, so... I was going to say French fries, so we'll meet in the middle.
French flies, that's awesome.
French fries should not be potato chips. They should be scones.
I think it should just be a bunch of bugs served yucky style, because the French can't cook for shit. That's you heard me. I said French is yucky style. Get at me in the comments.
Well, we've said worse things about people.
Sure have. That's where the elves live.
In relation to Boron.
Where the elves live. Duh.
Take a left turn at Albuquerque. You'll get there. So, what is the plan? You're making spider.
Hey,
yummies?
I was. You know what? I had a thought. I decided I'd follow it. I'm looking at the vibe, but I'm thinking this probably isn't gonna work out, and we'll just keep. I guess we'll do what you guys want to do. We'll go down one of these hallways.
Okay. Who wants to lead? Because it seems like we're having some trouble here making decisions. Should I remove 3 of the tunnels? Is that what I need to do?
3 of them came in.
See, and I can't even see the tunnel part of this scenario. You presented me with a lever, said it was specifically one way, and all I want to do is go and turn it the other way.
That's fine. You get to do whatever you want. You just have to do something, right? Like, I don't care.
That's what May does. She just walks over, flips the lever. What happens?
Where does she? So the lever's got 4 positions. It's all the way forward now, which is left. So as you move it back 1 notch, it moves over to 1. So do you move it 1 notch? Or do you move it all the way to the right?
All the way to the right.
Yeah. So you pull, and there's like a click each time you pull, and so you get down to the 4th one, and it's and it locks in place on that 4th one. Roll me a perception check, May.
18.
Wow, that's really good. So yeah, with an 18, when you flip that switch, you hear skittering. Is the best way to describe that.
I feel like you guys saw that I flipped the switch, right?
I did, yes. I did notice that.
I heard a thing. I heard some skittering.
Which way?
It's coming from that tunnel. Well, no, I'll tell you. That's a good question. It's coming from the tunnel that you just pulled the switch towards.
Sounds like they know we're here.
You guys had mentioned fighting. Do you want to fight here? Should we go? Do we go towards it? I can pull the lever back. It's not too late.
I love the idea. She's going, nope, don't like that. Click, 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 click.
I'm right next to it, and there is 3 other options. So,
or we could just cause a problem and just push it back and forth over and over again. See what happens.
So as you guys are sitting there discussing this, from that tunnel, there's a cart that slides on this rail. And you can hear the wheels on it, like, kind of rattling a little bit. And this covered cart rolls up and hits the junction switch to where it would turn. And it kind of, like, slowly, you can tell it's not propelled naturally. So the force it's using to move is starting to wane as it comes around a bend between you guys.
This is coming down the tunnel towards us? Like
it's coming down the tunnel towards the intersection to head up to where you guys came from, but it's starting to lose its speed as friction does its job.
That's creepy. And it's covered, you said?
It's there's like a canvas covering it. Yeah.
Yeah, so I moved the lever to position 3.
So instead of it like turning, it just stops at that right in front of you guys, essentially.
Yeah, it's here, right? Like even if we change the junction point, the cart is still on the track.
Oh, it's still there. Yeah, it stops because there's no link to get it to.
Yeah.
And is
so
it like
it
covered
stops
with,
right in front of you guys?
Is it covered with a tarp?
Yeah, like a canvas tarp. Like if you've ever seen like leather canvas, it just kind of toss it over something.
Is the tarp spider shaped?
Yeah. Oh, I'm glad you asked. Absolutely. You see 8 little legs. They're like dancing a little bit. No, it's just covered.
I go move behind Gus. And I let the rest of the group check that out.
Do you still have the cheesecloth on your face this whole time?
No.
You're like pulling the lever.
You just breathing in the spooky gas?
Yes.
Every time you take it off, Gus. Every time you go to do something else, Gus is sticking up behind you. Put a cheesecloth on.
I would like to. You know that magic trick where you take the tablecloth out from under something? I just want to whip away the leather thing, please, and thank you.
Yeah, and you do. You like pull it, and you are all greeted with a Avon, take your headphones off for a second.
Oh, okay.
All right, it's a cacophony of like arms and legs and body parts of miners, and they are like soaked with blood. There's like bite marks, scratch marks. It is an assembly of body parts in there, and it is gruesome at best.
Also, to follow that up, since I'm in possession of Darling, am I allowed to know that information as well?
Yeah. You can absorb the surroundings. Avon, inside the car is just like body parts from miners, like actual body parts that have been removed from them. So
I'm going to retch.
yeah. And Avon, just so you know, I had, just so you aren't wondering, I had you take your headphones off for the gross version of that description.
Oh, okay.
And then gave you the light version.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I appreciate it. Yeah.
No, casserole! No, casserole! No.
Nope.
Cover
That's
it back
not
up, Sprout!
Well, she's going to put it
Put the
back
tarp
on.
back on!
She puts the tarp back on, and then can I push the mining cart back to where it came from?
I mean, you can start pushing
return
it,
to
but
cinder.
it's not so light that you push it and it just back up the tunnel and never to be synced again. It's got like a self tapping where you push it and it goes, oh, I need to move, and just keeps moving. No, you can push it. It's just you'd have to push it really, really hard.
What if I push it
Or
really, really hard?
continually push it. Rice return to sender on it.
Excuse me, can I send this back? I hate to do this. Can I send this back?
I hate to do this, but it feels undercooked.
I said well done.
See,
Yeah.
you
I
see
said
this?
medium well.
You see
There's still
this,
a pink
Gus?
center. There's blood.
Dad is trying to kill us.
Okay. What if, okay.
You sent the elevator down already. The only way out is forward. So
Kind of like a Cortez burn the ships kind of situation.
All right, forward we go. Going.
should we? May like grabs a limb to bring with.
Oh my god.
I gotta know. Is it an arm or a leg?
I think that I grabbed 2 arms, but like smaller ones that have clearly been like chewed off halfway, so they're a little bit lighter. They're not like heavy and meaty, so they don't weigh me down or slow me down any more than my armor or equipment already does.
She looks in there and goes, "There any like child-shaped arms? You know, make this easy for me." Oh yeah, you find a smaller arm. Now you can give a helping hand.
Yeah, I have a couple just in case.
Oh, yeah, it's Mage Hand. Throws it. Trust him.
I feel like somebody's eating, like something is eating these, and like
Can I use the help action with this hand?
Hey, Dwayne.
I think it's clearly like bait, like feed, like I could.
No, I
distract
love
something.
that. It's just a funny picture. That's really smart.
Hey, not for nothing, taking a look at these severed limbs that my wife is toting around, looking at the bite marks, can I maybe tell, like, with nature or whatever, like,
Yeah, you can do a nature check.
see, like, maybe what caused the bite?
Yeah, you can do a nature check. Oh,
18?
Yeah, with an 18, here's what I'll tell you. You have no fucking clue what made those marks. Here's what you do know. You don't see spider bites.
Hey. Ain't no spider bites around here.
Oh, thank God.
I don't know about that. I don't know. I think I could handle a spider now. I don't know what it is.
You're not sure whether to be excited or confused.
I tell you what,
I don't know if that's better or worse.
I don't know
So
many
much
things that I
better.
could roll up to that are worse than a spider, so, like, I'll actually, like, I feel okay reaching back into the bag. You know, if you had a bag of, like, monstrosities and you got spider, like, I'd feel okay reaching back in.
Yeah, alright, so what do you guys do?
Forward, I guess.
Yeah.
We don't really have many options here.
Nope, forward.
So, do you push the cart with you when you go down that path?
I don't. My hands are full. I'm carrying 2 separate
The one
arms.
full of the devil's Chef Boyardee? No, sir.
No.
No.
Okay. Well, I was thinking if her idea was to have bait, you could bring the whole cart.
Well,
Or
that would
push
be
the
like
whole
too
cart in
much
front
bait.
of us. Yeah.
Then we become...
Oh, there's a lot.
Mine are like if we encounter one, it
She can
like,
toss it while
distract
she's
it.
running.
Not like I want to attract a whole horde to me because I have their dinner.
Oh, wait
Or
a second.
am their dinner.
Now I could cook spider stew.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Gus is like, wait a minute. Now I have a way to get them
Now
to
I know
me?
what. Now I know what they like.
Yes, now you know what spiders like. Limbs.
You know, it's all spiders.
Actually, I know what they don't like. They eat everything but the limbs. They're picky. They hate the limbs.
That's
They eat everything else. They throw
They
the
like
limbs
the
aside.
core. They like the core, but the limbs, there's not enough meat.
Yeah, I don't want to eat the legs. They're so gross.
Make sure you bring my kid back with all their arms and limbs.
I like finicky.
I did,
like
but
finicky
where's
monster.
their core?
Finicky monster is funny.
You guys proceed down this cavern, and it starts to make a downward turn, and the webbing here starts to get thicker as you do that. And this track is still well conditioned that you're walking alongside. I imagine you guys are like split, where it's 2 on each side, kind of like if you were walking down railroads. You wouldn't necessarily walk, not railroads, yeah, railroads, railroad tracks. You wouldn't walk in a straight line. You'd probably split.
Just to be
Couple on
clear,
each side.
only 3 of us have legs and are walking.
Yes.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
So there wouldn't
Ain't
be
no spiders
there
gonna get
wouldn't
my
be
core.
2 on each side. Well, I mean, I guess there would,
Yeah.
but only if somebody was by themselves. That makes-
Well, I guess it's still 2 on one side. It just happens to be one body, one
That's
bracelet.
fine.
yeah, screw you.
yeah,
It's
so
not
you
one
guys-
body. It's one bracelet.
Yep. So you guys head down, and finally you get to a point where it is no longer feasible for you guys to continue without going through webbing or destroying the webbing.
I'm gonna burn it. I have produced flame, baby. Let's go.
I can't.
You produced-
that's already happening.
You produce flame on the web. I'm pretty sure that's an attack, right? An attack roll with produce flame?
Produce
Or like a 1d8
flame.
or something like that?
Yeah, a flickering flame appears in your hand. The flame remains there for the duration and harms neither you nor your equipment. So if I want to use it as a light. So if I attack with the flame to make it on fire, I attack.
Alright, roll an attack roll.
16?
Yeah, you hit. You hit this webbing, and let me tell you, fire everywhere. Not only just the path that you're trying to get through starts burning, the cavern itself lights up. As this fire spreads, this webbing just begins to burn. And it fucking stinks as this webbing is quickly burned away. So there's fire everywhere, essentially, and you can proceed forward as this cavern. You basically lit a match to fucking dry sticks, essentially, brush.
Boy, isn't everyone glad that their face is protected from both the smell and the smoke that has occurred by these delicious, fantastic cheesecloths? Why they're delicious? Cheesecloths aren't delicious. You shouldn't eat them, but they're good.
Yeah, so you guys proceed forward,
Yep.
and these flames are not settled, right? Where like a tree, when you burn a tree, it burns for a while before it. This is webbing, so that it doesn't take the fire long to spread and kind of smolder. So it's not like you're walking through a tunnel of fire or a ring of fire. But I mean, it definitely to be noted.
I bet it looks
Do I hear-
badass.
Do I hear a million tiny screams?
Only in your dreams every night. And so you guys continue down, and one more round of perception check, please.
I still do +2 as a story element. Is that right?
Yes.
As a figment of my imagination, yes. 15.
12.
You get a 15?
15, yes, 1-5.
Okay.
I'm a 6 total.
All right.
I had a 12.
Okay.
Kayla had 11. That's all.
All right, cool. I didn't see this. I didn't hear this shit at 11. All right, so, with a 15, Shane, you or Gus, you don't hear it until it's up on you. But there are two, we've met. There's two Geospawn that come running down the tunnel towards you guys, and they are full on sprint, all four legs. Like they're not just running; they are on all four, beastly, running towards you guys. And at first, Gus, as you kind of see them coming, it's confusing, right? Because you've seen Geospawn, but they are usually bipedal, but these are on all four, very animalistically charging towards you guys. And it isn't until they're kind of up close that the whole party kind of sees them, but Gus, you're the first to notice the look on their face. Their mouths are like unnaturally turned upwards into a smile, and their eyes are pretty vacant as they rush towards you guys.
I'm going to put my body between myself and the party and say, Tui Tui Defuye!
And that's where we're going to roll initiative.
Beautiful use of the language there. I like it.
I do love it.
Oh boy. I rolled a 2, so I guess 4 total.
Can you do anything as a
we
bracelet?
haven't really discussed your combat abilities.
I have no idea. I just
assume that every once in a while a spell is going to shoot out of that bracelet. That's what I've been assuming.
I have a 23.
Whoa! All right.
17.
If you need a quick Warlock Eldritch Blast build, I know where to find them.
Gus.
Yes, I rolled a 9.
9. Let's see what they get. One really good, one not so good. What's your dex mod? Shane, sorry.
Mine is a 2.
Okay. Yeah, so these Geospawn, we're going to start combat with them about 30 feet out, because it's not like they get a surprise round or anything, other than the fact that they did surprise you. And so they are coming at you full speed. We're going to start with May, since you're 23, and they are about 30 feet out from you. So, real quick, Ginge, when you made your character, did you give yourself abilities in a class and all that stuff, or not really?
Not really.
Okay, excellent. So, Ginge, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to fucking wing it with you. So, you just tell me what you kind of want to do, and we'll put mechanics around it, keeping in the mind that you don't have a corporeal form. So, think supports, think spells. Yes, Shane. Shane, you have something?
I have an idea. Hey, Ginge, remember in Persona 5 where do you have that character that just does like the support? She's like a hacker girl, and maybe your thing is that every time it's Ginge's turn, he gets to pick one of like 3 core buffs that he makes active for the party, and they'll have like a musical component to them. Because I'm picking up like
the background combat music changes based on it. Yes.
Fuck, it's gonna be so
I'm
good.
into it.
Yeah.
That sounds good.
Yeah. Jen, you just describe the melody / type of buff, and then I'll throw mechanics around it on the fly.
Yeah, I can work with that.
Yeah, alright, cool. So that's fucking baller. Good job, Shane. And then May, it's your turn.
Make sure to edit it in that this was your idea.
I know. I can just have multiple different types of buffs that I can use at any given time, like that time in Persona.
It's my turn. Oh no, I got distracted. Okay.
Breathe and remember what I taught you.
Ooh.
Eldritch Blast.
Shoot it with your gun. Shoot it with your gun.
Which is Blunderbuss Alexandria, right?
That's it. Yep.
Okay, sick. I want to shoot it with my gun.
Yeah, so you describe the visual of this gun that is the size of you.
It's like looks like Tristana in like League of Legends. Like it's got like cannon rockets on the side, you know? Almost.
Yeah.
And it's just, it looks like I have to be the strongest woman in the world to carry it. But the secret is, it's really light. It's really just like a shotgun, and I've just put metal around it to make it look just so terrible. And there's just some loose metal that kind of flies off because I'm not very good at like finishing projects. And so that makes it more deadly because like more shit just flies off like nobody knows.
Perfect.
Nobody knows what's gonna happen.
Nobody knows.
You level this rifle at these two figures, and who do you want to attack? One on the left, one on the right? You using an ability? What are we doing?
The one closest to Gus.
One on the left. They're about the same distance, so one on the left it is.
Sick. Why is the clicking noise in D&D Beyond so satisfying when you roll the dice?
It's like that in real life, too.
They did a good job.
So good.
On
click,
the UX.
click, clack, make brain go brr.
Okay. I got a 22.
That will say that connects.
It did 15 damage.
And that's bludgeoning.
It's piercing.
Piercing, thank you.
It says blunderbuss.
Yeah, blunderbuss doesn't mean bludgeoning. If you let your mouse rest over the damage roll, it'll say piercing, and also it's got the little piercing symbol next to it.
Thank
Perfect.
you, Lola.
I just
That's
needed
really
to know.
helpful.
You're welcome. The bludgeoning symbol is the one below that.
What is your ammunition style? Is it like projectile? Is it energy based? I haven't really asked.
It's projectile.
Okay, perfect.
I actually had a thought for this. It's your everything but the kitchen sink gun, and so it's really just crammed with like utensils and just like whatever's
Fucking
around. It's
packs
just
of metal.
It's just the garbage can.
No, fire hard biscuits
is
is
literally
exactly what I was thinking. Is
shrapnel.
like just sometimes it's like old leftovers shoved down in. It's anything that can make into a hard.
It is the contents of both your thrown away utensils and the garbage disposal. I love it. So there's like chicken bones in it, yeah. So you fire this shot off, and it hits, and this monster, it kind of like changes its path a little bit. It steps to the side as it like moves out of the way of the effect. It does the damage to their HP, but instead of them taking a physical hit, like the exertion and strain is what actually affected them. So normal effect. And so what else would you like to do on your turn? Because again, you're about 30 feet away from these things.
I have a question, like a D&D question. How
Shoot.
do I tell if my ranged weapon is like a one-handed weapon or a two-handed weapon?
It's a two-handed weapon.
Shucky darn.
But remember,
It's a two-handed weapon, but it should say, like if you click on that blunderbuss, it'll tell you two-handed. It has the two-handed property.
so you have you can fire twice though, because we gave you the feat so you could ignore the loading property, and you're a fighter, so you have extra attack because you're 5th level.
Thank you. I would like to fire again, please.
Yeah, you can. Fire another round on the same one.
Yep.
All right, let's do it.
I got a 18.
Yeah, that'll hit. And so here's what I imagine, and correct me if I'm wrong. You fire off this like cacophony of stuff, and then the next thing we see you reload it, and you're just shoving trash and shit into this gun, and shoving it down, and you just fire off another round.
Yes.
Roll damage for me, please.
$15.
15, excellent. With a 15, yeah, so you do 30 damage total, and so this thing, the second, it wasn't expecting the second round, so this rainstorm of utensils and trash pours across this thing, and it kind of like loses its footing a little bit as it continues its charge. Very effective turn. All right, next up is going to be the Geoswarm on the right. And he is going to... He's going to charge... What is the walking formation? Who would you have said was leading the two in the front or the one in the front? Who would that have been?
Gus went in front of everybody to try to...
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right. You said that specifically. So it's going to rush
and
up
you'll give
on...
me that off the perception roll, just for knowing that they were there. I mean, I kind of just snuck that in before initiative.
I will give you that to step forward. Absolutely. I totally forgot you said that. So the Geoswarm on the right rushes up to you, and it's all on all fours, and it leaps to essentially jump on you, and it's going to make an attack roll. I'm pretty sure 22 hits.
Let me check. Yeah.
Okay, cool. And so I just need to check something real quick. Nothing for you to be concerned about at all, Shane.
I never would be.
Okay, good. So you're going to take... okay. Two.
Carry the 3.
Well, I was doing the calculations. You're going to take 10 arcane damage, or force damage, excuse me, not arcane, force damage, as this thing like leaps on you, kind of giving you a little bit of bear hug, but it takes a big bite out of your armor and stuff like that. Like, you kind of feel some of your pots and pans crumple as it bites down on one of them. Really pissing you off. But you take 10 force damage.
Yeah, ow.
And that's what it's going to do for its turn. And Shane, from a descriptive standpoint, it's got you, but you're not grappled, you're not anything, it's not mounting you, but from a flavor standpoint, it's like on you. Does that make sense?
It does.
Okay, cool.
Gus! Oh no!
He's attacked.
And then, so that's the end of its turn. Next is going to be Darling. And now, Darling, you have one that's... I imagine Gus is like 10 feet in front of you guys. So you have one right in front of Gus, and then the other one that's about 30 feet back. So that means it's, for you guys, they're 40 feet away.
Cool. Not a friendly Gus, but good idea. So, bonus action, Bardic Inspiration, please. For Gus.
To
just
Gus?
normal
Okay.
Bard Inspiration die.
All right.
Should be 1d8 when you need it. And I'd like to cast.
Well, hold on. There's limits on the Bardic Inspiration for what it can be used for.
Oh, you want me to go over it?
In different classes. Yeah, just as a reminder so Shane knows what he can use.
Yeah, no problem. As a bonus action, a creature other than you within 60 feet that can hear you gains inspiration die. 1d8 at our current level. For 10 minutes, the creature can add it to one ability check, attack roll, or saving throw. This can be added after seeing the roll, but before knowing the outcome.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Alright. What else you
I
got?
would like to use my action to cast Dissonant Whispers at level 2 to the one that's trying to chomp down on Gus.
Okay. That's a wisdom saving throw if I remember correctly.
Yes, and that will be 14.
It fails. Fucking roll terrible.
I rolled high. 19 psychic damage.
Oh yeah, you fucking did roll high. And then I think it like falls down prone, right? Or something like that.
No, it tries to
that's
run away
hideous
from
laughter.
me. It
tries to
basically
run away from
it gets the feared condition from the caster, I think, or what she creates an illusion, and it gets the feared condition. It has to use its turn to try to move as far away from the apparition as possible, right, Avon?
Making sure. It must immediately use its reaction if available to move as far as its speed allows away from you.
Yeah, and so it wouldn't have any speed left though.
No, because it's not its turn anymore. No, reaction is different. I don't know.
You would have to use its reaction. I'm gonna say it has full speed to run away because that sounds like the spirit of the spell.
Yeah, I don't know how that works.
Versus being like, oh, it's already expended its movement. You know what I mean? Because technically it has. But for the sake of the spirit of the spell, it runs 30 feet back towards, 20. No, it's 30 feet. It's a max as far as the speed allows. So 30 feet back to next to its partner.
Sweet, that is all I have.
All right, what else you got on your turn?
I'm going to stay where I am.
Okay. Next in the lineup is the monster on the... Oh, you know what? Jens, you need to roll an initiative roll, or tell me what yours is.
Mine was a 4, I think.
It was a 4, sorry. Alright. Alright, so
it was
we're
bad,
back to...
so it doesn't make much of a difference.
Got it. So we're back on the monster that was on the left that has been attacked a couple times. It's going to rush forward and meet Gus head on. And it's going to do the same thing. It's going to give you an attack roll and see if it can hit. Let's see. What does an 18 get me?
Well, that'll get you a hit, sir.
Okay. Cool. And so it jumps on you, and it's going to attempt to bite down, and I think you're like fighting it off. And you're going to take 6 arcane damage or force damage. I keep saying arcane, gosh.
I know
force damage.
I know whenever you say arcane, it just means I can't overcome it.
Force damage, there's resistance to force damage, like
you're right.
Just the shield spell.
Floating disc or whatever.
Well, I think it's a shield spell that reduces force damage or something like that. Maybe it's not shield. There's one.
No.
Anyway,
there's one. I know the one you're talking about. I said tensor floating disc. That's wrong, but
yeah. So yeah, that's what it does on its turn. And again, it's kind of like hanging on you, bear style, but you're not grappled or anything. So next is going to be your turn, Gus.
Yes. What I will do... I've got one hanging on me, 130 feet away from me, right?
That is correct.
I think what I'll go ahead and do is I will cast Hold Person on the one that's 30 feet away from me. So that's a Wisdom saving throw.
Okay, let's do that real quick. Yeah, I think it beats because it's got an 18.
Yeah, 18 succeeds. So that's just the way. I just take out some sticky pudding and throw it at this guy, and he looks at me funny.
I think he just hits it, licks it.
My sticky, no, it's worn off.
All right, what else you got?
That's it, brother.
Yep. All right, Cassiel.
So we got to do just a little bit of workshopping, if that's okay.
Yeah,
I've got
of course.
3 ideas here.
Sure, you tell me what you want to do.
Well, actually, I might just dive in. I'll just be a little more direct than try to turn this into a thing. So I think Cassiel is going to say, "Don't make me regret this." And then he's going to use a skill called Uplifting Motif. And uplifting... the way I'm thinking about this is Uplifting Motif. It's a support ability. And the goal here is to assist Gustum, who just had chunks taken out of him by 2 of these Geoswarm. And I put in here that it's probably some sort of defense boost. Otherwise, I would.
All right,
yeah,
I'm
go
with
ahead.
you. All right, I got the mechanic. I'll give you a choice. Do you want it to be a single target effect or an AOE effect, where you can affect multiple targets?
I mean, if I can boost everyone, then I should boost everyone.
Well, I will tell you, single target is more effective.
That's what I thought.
And then multiple targets is going to be less effective.
I think for Uplifting Motif, let's do single target.
Okay, so with that, what you can do is, with Uplifting Motif, you're going to do 2 things with that effect. 1, the target is going to get 10 feet of bonus movement speed, while their temporary HP that Uplifting Motif provides them is active. So, Uplifting Motif, what's everybody's character level by offhand?
5.
5. Uplifting Motif is going to let you use I'll use the cantrip rules. No, not cantrip rules. I need to go look at the spell levels to do balance. But it's going to start at a 1d10 for temporary HP plus 2, because that's what your casting would be, because your plus 2s across the board. So you're going to roll a 1d10 and then add 2 to it, and that's the temp HP that Gus is going to get.
Got it. Did I get one of those out? Yes, I did. Enjoy your 3 temporary hit points.
I would love to enjoy my 3 temporary hit points and the 10 feet of bonus movement speed they provide me for the duration that I have.
As concisely as possible, explain the music. You know what? No, fuck that. You hear
make the music.
Uplifting. You hear the uplifting motif that fills your ears, Gus. And you feel renewed, invigorated, and ready for battle.
This is all fun and games until you make me mail you a cake
actually
next week.
decided on this. I already know the motif in my head that's going to play during the edit.
I can't wait.
Beautiful.
Avon's going to actually
perfect.
dance on screen. I've got to mail Dwayne's cakes, and Kale's just here shooting a rifle into the air. Because we have to do this shit for real now.
Frantically looking for things to shove into this rocket.
You have a couple arms.
She grabs a thing of burnt webbing and she's shoving it in there.
That dismembered arm from earlier.
Oh, it's an arm cannon. Here, let me give you
I've got the right to
hand.
bear arms.
Oh, that's good too. It is top of the lineup. May, it's your turn.
Well, I was frantically stuffing the cannon, but when I saw something get Gus, I abandoned that. And so I just have it on my back, and I'm sprinting towards him with my knife out, ready to stab the creature that is on him.
Yeah, roll an attack roll. 2 attacks if you're going to do 2 attacks. Go ahead and roll them both.
The first one's 8.
Okay.
It's probably a hit.
Yeah, that's not going to fly. What about the second attack?
It's 21.
That one is going to hit. So your first strike, you're just not able to find purchase, but your second one, you're able to bring that knife across its back. And how much damage does it take?
Roll a d4, babe. You've gone off book. Roll a d4. I'm doing it.
I'm trying I'm pushing all the buttons.
She did 6 damage.
Okay. Yeah, so you do 6 damage as you bring this knife across its back, and it doesn't seem to react to it, though you know it was effective. And that's the one on Gus's back, so that's kind of all right.
And I'm still just hanging on. I'm like holding on to this knife.
It's not lodged in its body. Like, you cut across it. Or if you stabbed it, you pulled it out. Like, you're not stuck into it.
Kayla's so mad right now. She's like, you get to hang on to Gus just for flavor. I can't hang on to this creep.
You can hang on for flavor. That's fine. I'm happy with that. It's just not a grapple. So if you want to have that stuck in, I'm into it.
Kayla doesn't know what a grapple is.
I can't even work this like D&D, and it's the easiest thing. It's the easiest website that they give you, and I can't even. Anyways, yes, I want to hang on because I am.
Hell yeah, you're
trying
not
to
gonna
save
get your
my
man.
husband.
That's right. Your boo is gonna be fine.
It cuts. It's like The Office, like side camera. It cuts to Gus. It's like, yeah, I didn't have the heart to tell her the knife was stuck in me too. She really just pinned the Geosquamp to my shoulder, and then we kind of hung out.
So, where we end this episode is Gus going to the fourth wall camera. I don't have the heart to tell her. She got us both. And that's where we're gonna end this episode. Okie good episode. Appreciate everybody. And it is Shane's privilege, pleasure, a little bit of a fetish even, to do a roll for humanity. So I need you to go ahead and do that for me.
Nothing makes my dick hard like helping others. And on that note, I've rolled a 2. So I rolled a 2 for the donkeys, maybe. I don't remember what I'm rolling. Dwayne?
Yeah, I'm getting there.
Is it the donkeys? Do the donkeys get my $2 or?
I'm not sure. Hold on.
What do I do with this erection?
While you're doing that. Well, you are rolling for the donkey rescue.
Yeah, donkeys! $2 for the donkeys! 1 for sugar, 1 for spice.
Yeah,
We love you, donkeys.
I love you. All right, cool. And it is now my job to start the dad joke train. So, we are going to. Oh, that's weird that I did that. Made my notes in the wrong spot. All right, so I'm going to tell a joke, and we'll see if Shane can make me a little bitch. Why does Dracula always bite people in the neck? Because he's a necromancer.
And a necrophiliac.
That too.
Yeah, good one.
All right, Shane, tell me a funny dad joke. Make me laugh.
Oh, what did the antennas say on their wedding day?
I don't know.
I don't remember, but the reception was amazing.
That's good. I like that one. Avon.
Okay, how does the moon clip their hair?
How does the moon clip their hair? Something to do with Buzz Aldrin?
No.
Something wax and wane?
No. Eclipse it.
No.
Eclipse
it. God damn it. I even thought like it has to do with the fucking lunar cycles, but
Close.
I was thinking Buzz. I was
All
thinking,
right.
you know what? We all had our own little take on that joke. That's fun.
Jen, you're next.
All right. What do you call an elephant that doesn't matter?
Elephant? No, wait a second.
Albino, yeah, that's good.
I do like that, but that's not it.
That's what you get if you mix an elephant and a rhino. An elephant that doesn't matter. Does that matter as like a thing? No, go tell me.
Just tell me.
Irrelevant.
Irrelevant. That's so good. All right. Well,
Sounds
we
like
saved the best
sounds
for
like a
last, Kayla.
sad creature that Winnie the Pooh would hang out with. That was like Eeyore's girlfriend. Irrelevant.
Yours cousin. Oh yeah, girlfriend. That was too.
What do you call a tired bicycle?
Too tired. I don't know.
Did you fuck up this joke really bad,
It is.
Kayla?
It is too. No, it is too tired, isn't it?
Kayla, did you fuck up this joke really bad?
I did, but I feel like it's not like I'm pretty on par with like
Did you mean?
you said the moon. How does the moon get its hair clipped? And I feel like it would have been cut, and then it clips it, you know. And then like I was really focused on that when I said my joke. I feel like we just did it together.
Did you mean to say why was the bicycle so sleepy? Because it was too tired. Funny.
Okay. Shane, since Devin's not here, you have to pick up his slack.
Oh God.
As we always say.
Get in there nice and deep like.
Get in there nice and deep, like.
We love you. Bye.
Bye.
All right.
We love you, donkeys.